All right, so we are back. All right, so I just had my real quick impromptu meeting with my construction manager who did not want to be on camera. And of course, you got to respect people's wishes, right? So, so anyway, he told me, everything that's going on with the project and where we are. And, I was already aware that these things was already happening. So really excited about that. So, yeah, we're at installation. So got that going on. And then we also got some inspections after, because every time a new installation or anything happens to the house, there has to be inspections along the way. So for those who have built a home or any type of real estate from the ground up, you'll know that inspections by the county, by the city, are something that's absolutely imperative. Okay, so if you hear the talking in the background, that's just the tradesmen communicating amongst themselves, right? So what we're about to do, we're about to go upstairs real quick here, and I'm already tired from all these stairs. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go upstairs real quick so we could kind of close out some of the noise, I suppose. Anyway, so as promised, I'm going to share with you how I got to this stage, right? So if you're watching this video and this is the first time you've ever met me, my name is Jackie Jackson. I'm a full-time real estate investor, full-time real estate coach and expert, and I actually buy delinquent real estate properties for their real estate taxes, right? So that's what I specialize in all across the country. I buy real estate that has delinquent taxes, and they're called tax deeds. And I also invest in tax liens as well, which are different from tax deeds. Anyway, along my journey, as an investor, I had to learn a lot, right? So my learning curve was pretty steep. And for some of you right now, I know you've been watching videos, you've been searching, you've been, researching different courses, different people, things like that. But you're like, okay, I'm gonna just try to find this information on my own, right? And, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a slow train, right? It's like a slower path, a slower method of getting to where you need to go. And I too was like that, many, many moons ago, until I realized that the fastest way to my success was to invest in my own education. And I don't mean my formal education, because I've done that already. I have multiple college degrees, okay? I actually affectionately laugh and I tell people that I'm a college dropout. And I dropped out of college at the postgraduate level. That's correct. I was enrolled in a PhD program. And then one morning I woke up and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I doing this? I do not want a PhD. Not that a PhD is a bad thing. It's just, it wasn't like fruitful, or it wasn't going to provide me with any type of increase in my life. And I'm going to explain what that means. So my history is in banking. Okay. So I worked in banking and finance for the majority of my career when I worked in corporate America. And I remember climbing all the way, like working really hard, putting in multiple hours. I was barely even seeing my children. As a matter of fact, the more time that I put in, it's like the more debt that I got into, just trying to keep up with, that image of being like an executive and a manager and a VP, if you will, right? So I had student loan debt, I had credit card debt. Ladies and gentlemen, I had car loans, I had all that stuff, right? Just trying to look successful, but behind closed doors, I really wasn't. I was struggling with debt. I was damn near bankruptcy. I even had to file bankruptcy at one point. So my point here is like people who like look like they got it going on really don't. Okay. So how did I manage to get out of this process? How did that never ending cycle, that rat race of corporate America and looking like you're successful when you're really not? I actually had to get a mentor. I had to get someone that could teach me, take me under their wings, and educate me in a way that I had never been educated before. Now, like I said, I'm a college dropout, right? I dropped out of school at the PhD level, so I was well educated in like book knowledge, right? But specific knowledge in how to build wealth, specific knowledge in how to increase my life financially and prosperously, and like really sustain it for the long run, that's something that I did not know how to do. No one taught me that. As a matter of fact, it's not even taught in schools. And I had to get over the hump and the idea that investing in my untraditional education was something that was beyond my reach, right? Was something that was like totally expensive. In my haste to jump into real estate, my first deal without a mentor, I lost $120,000 because there was no one there to tell me that I wasn't doing the right thing. I thought I was smart. I thought I knew everything. I had watched the videos. I had, read the books. I had heard what I heard, and I was like, shoot, I could do it. I'm an executive, right? I'm a vice president here in banking. I know about finances. I know about money. I could do this. I could do creative real estate. No. No. So negative $120,000 later on top of that paycheck to paycheck living, where I was barely making it in the first place. Now I put myself even in more of a deficit. So how did I finally get out of this deficit, right? So for me, I was even I had less money than I even had started with, right? Because now I put myself in more debt. I had to make a decision. Do I keep doing what I had been doing before and continue to get the same results? Or do I do something drastic? I mean, literally change my life 180 because I'm committed to getting out of that lifestyle and launching into a wealthier lifestyle that I know that I deserve and my family deserves. So for me, I didn't have any money. I was already in the negative. I was already in bankruptcy. So I didn't even know what to do. And then one day I saw a commercial. And the commercial was a military commercial. It says, be all you can be, right, in the Army. So I was like, okay, all right, that's something. It's not necessarily something that I would have considered, but I did consider it because at the time, they were saying that they had bonuses, right? So I was like, all right, well, if I can finish this training, then I can get the bonus. And then perhaps I could use my bonus and I could invest in myself and actually get a mentor and a coach that's going to help me learn the skills that I need to learn to really launch into real estate full time so that I could really understand how to actually put these deals together, learn where to find these opportunities. And then once I even find the opportunities, what to do with them when I have them, right? Because it's not just like finding an opportunity. Opportunity is like there for you 24/7. It's always staring you in the face. But if you are not skilled, knowledgeable, or have the wisdom to actually take advantage of those opportunities, they're constantly going to just pass you by, right? So I joined the military. I did the training. It was 6 months long. It was treacherous. And did I tell you that I was not the most physically fit? Baby. When I graduated my class as an officer in the United States Army, I graduated 68 out of 69 in that, that the chart, for people, because they put us like kind of like on a point system, if you will. They call it like the OML or something like that, if my memory is correct, right? So I graduated 68 out of 69. Do you know what that means? I was damn near last, you guys. Like I barely made it out of hair on my chinny chin. Okay. But my tenacity and my commitment to finishing was greater than the pain and the experience that I was going through. So what I did is after I finished my training, I called my mentor. I told him, I was like, listen, I am investing in you for an entire year. At the time, it was a year's program. I don't know if that particular mentor still does a year, but it was a year at that time. And I sat under his guidance. And during that year, I grew leaps and bounds. Before my training was even over, I was already closing deals and already being profitable and already seeing like the sunshine, the light, out of my bankruptcy. So why am I sharing this story with you? I'm sharing this story with you because I know right now that somebody who is watching this video is hoping, praying, wishing, just wanting an opportunity for somebody to show them exactly the way so that they can avoid making $120,000 mistakes, avoid bankruptcy, avoid going into debt, avoid losses, and cut down their learning curve, right? So that's the reason why I became a coach and a mentor, to share my knowledge and my experiences so that it could literally change lives. And the people who I work with, my students, my clients, they understand exactly what it is that I'm sharing with them, because they've all had experience and exposure to real estate before. They probably even have taken other people's classes. Maybe you're watching me right now and you've taken another person's course. And you're like, okay, I don't know if I want to invest in another course, because when I took that other person's course, like, I didn't receive the experience or the quality of information that I really wanted, right? So you didn't really have any success. But here's the thing. Every educator is different, number one. So your past experience doesn't mean that it's going to be a precedent or set the precedent for your future experience. Okay. So that's number one. And then number two, whatever you got, you have to apply whatever information that you received. And if you need more information, then by golly, go take another class. Like, that's how that works. It's never going to be like a one and a done. It's never going to be a one and done. As a matter of fact, a lot of you right now have taken multiple classes in your college degree, and you're not even working in the field that you that you studied for. Like, you spent tens of thousands of dollars and still can't find a job in your working field that you have studies for, right? But then you have a coach and a mentor that's really going to set you on a path to success, and then you question, should you or should you not? Like, to me, that's like mind-boggling, but to each his own. So for me personally, Tax Deed Genius 8 weeks online training course is a gateway to your success if you're really interested in learning in-depth information about how to invest in tax liens and tax deeds and overage surplus all across the country. So it's not state specific, it's 50 state specific. That's right. Your girl has researched how to do business in all 50 states across the United States. That's the reason why my students are so wildly successful, is because they can stay anywhere, whether in their home or on a exotic island with internet and a phone, and be able to invest in real estate, because they have the skills, they have the knowledge, and they have the wisdom to not only know exactly where these opportunities are, but to do exactly what they need to do with those opportunities when they have them in front of them present. You understand? So over the holiday season, I had a special. I had a 50% off special, because that was just my generosity, trying to give back and have more people get access to the information that want it. So the holiday special did expire. However, I am still willing to share that opportunity with anybody who wants it, right? So how do you take advantage of the 50% off a Tax Deed Genius? Just email me. Like, literally, like, it's really just that simple, right? So all you'd have to do is go to my website, which is www.thejackyjackson.com. So that's thejackyjackson.com. And on my site, you can just click on info@thejackyjackson, which is our email address, and just email me. Say, hey, Jackie, I want to join your course. Will you give me the opportunity to experience the 50% off? And you know what? I do. I have my team send you a personalized code specific for you, and you can join at the discounted rate. But you have to take that opportunity. You have to take that on, and that responsibility of investing in yourself versus always making like excuses and reasons why you can't do what you can't do. So not only can you take advantage of the 50% off, so there's no roadblock there, you also have the opportunity to divide your payments of that 50% into four if you really wanted to, through PayPal. Like, there's just really no reason for you to not invest in yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I joined the military. I'm not telling you to join the military, but that's what I did to invest in my mentor, because I didn't have at the time any means or anybody to borrow money from. I was already in debt. I didn't have any more credit cards. I couldn't use any more of my credit cards. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't let me. All right, it was called decline. So I had to figure it out another way. So I'm not saying for you to join the military, because that's the path I took, is not the path that I'm an advocate for anybody else taking. But at a 50% discount, that's a savings of $1,750, which just means that you only pay the difference. That's much, much less than what I've ever invested in a coach for. And it changes your life. It changes the projection of your life. It changes everything about your life. And you get an opportunity to really build wealth in a way that works for you and for future generations in your family. All right. So again, this is the Jackie Jackson. I'm in my 6,000 square feet home that's like being built right now. And, I credit this opportunity to be able to build this house based off of the mentors that I've had along my career and along my journey as an entrepreneur, and the wisdom and the knowledge and the insight that each of them have poured into me, as well as the opportunity that I've poured into them by investing in them. So have the courage to invest in yourself. It'll change your life forever. All right. So hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and we will talk soon. All right. Bye.